Okay, got it. Thanks, whoever did that. Thank you. So if you look at this portal, you'll see when you go in, you can see the volunteer toolkit. That's where you will enter to go in and work on your volunteer toolkit. And then you go into gsLearn through just clicking on this button here. Once you get into gsLearn, this is what you're going to see, only it'll be your dashboard. We call this a dashboard. So when you look at this, you'll see information here. This is typically put in here from GSUSA. Whatever is happening in their world at this time, they're going to be showing that there. On the side, you're going to see home. This is where we are. We're at your home. You're going to see a content library. We'll come back to that. You're going to see achievements. This is where you'll find the list of all of the courses that you've taken and completed. They'll be listed out there, and there's another spot on your dashboard to see that. In live sessions, this will list when we schedule doing live sessions, you'll find them in there. Over on the side, you'll find your profile. You can click on this and put your picture in there and fill out the rest of the settings in there if that's what you want to do. Okay, this is where the meat of the site is right here. This is your dashboard. The trainings are going to show up here in a tile format, or if you set it like this, it'll show up as a grid format like this. What you'll find here are trainings that we want you to take, or trainings that you have looked at in your content library, haven't finished it, they'll show up here as well. So when you get an email from us, from gsLearn, that says you've been invited to take the GSUSA Volunteer Toolkit tutorial, this is where you're gonna go. This is where you're gonna find that, and you're gonna open them up right there. There's also a button over here called My GS, and we're gonna show you how that magic works in just a little bit. What we want you to do is to choose the course that you want to work on and then click on it. And I'm going to show you how we do that. Just click on it and it opens it up. This tells you what the course is. This is actually, this is just a course. It tells you what is in this course. These are the modules that are in this course. Okay, so setting up your year plan, meeting plan overview. And what you do is you just click here to continue this course. If you click on that button, it will open up the next module that I needed to take. And then you just click on the arrow and start it up. When you're finished, or if the phone rings, or if the tea kettle starts to ring, you can just stop, exit there, and go right out of it. And then when you get back in, it will pick up where you left off. Now this is showing that I completed it. I've not completed it. Obviously, I didn't listen to it, but it will just show that you've been in there, and it will show that I completed it. That's not what you'll typically see, but in some of the courses, it will. This one was created by GSUSA, and this one, for some reason, does do that. If you look in the content library and look at another course, let's look at Virtual Girl Scout Troops. Now, this is called a learning path. I don't want you to pay any attention to this. This is going away tomorrow, okay? So we're gonna look at what's in the library, and it'll be listed here. So 456 Virtual Girl Scout Troops is a learning path. Now what this is saying is that 456 is our council number. Okay, this is in your content library because this is a leader's library. That's the team that I'm on is a leader. And we can open up that learning path. And what a learning path is several courses that are related to each other. The virtual, the volunteer toolkit orientation that we just looked at was a course, and it had several modules in it. This is a learning path and has several courses in it. Now 4, 5, 6 course are ones that we have created, like I just said, and you can look down here and you can see the best practices, how to use Facebook. Those are all courses that we created, and you open up and take them, watch them just like we did with the other one. Farther down in this learning path, you'll see GSUSA, Zoom for virtual meetings. That one was created by GSUSA. GSUSA facilitating virtual troop meetings. Again, that one was created by GSUSA. And to take those, like with the other ones, you just click on it and open it. You start the learning path, and it's going to take you right to the first minute. And I'm going to just stop it because I don't want to go any further. You can go to the next course from here or just exit. Okay, this tracks how many you've completed, how many of the courses you've completed in that learning path. This number will change as you go up in that learning path. Okay, The best part about this is you access these at your own convenience. You don't have to access them at any certain time. You just take them when you want. You can stop and back up later, so it works on your own schedule. So you don't have to wait for us to schedule trainings anymore. You don't have to wait for, you don't have to get in your car and drive an hour and a half for a 3-hour training. You would be able to do that right here. So we are adding courses as we go along. We put some in. One of the new courses we put in is, well, you can see the Bronze Award. That's a different one. That's one that I pulled from another council. Creating an inclusive environment. We've created that training, and you'll find that in here. We will also, I'm going to go back now.
Julia, we did have that.
I'm sorry, what?
We did have that question because you were showing how it shows the, you know, 0%, or it'll show you how much percentage you have gotten through. And Amber asked right at the beginning, what if you are partway through and then it says you, but then you go back in and it says you haven't completed anything? What should they do in that situation?
Okay, if they open up the module or the course again and it really does say that they haven't, takes them back to the beginning and they have to start over again, then something happened along the way when they shut it down that it just didn't catch it. Sometimes it will say 0% when you actually have started the course and you open it back up and it takes you back to where, but it's still reading 0% because you haven't completed it yet. They don't all follow the same rules, and I'm not sure why we did.
Who should they?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Is there anybody in particular they should contact if they're for specific questions like this?
Sure, you can contact Katie or myself. You can call help, get you in touch with us too. What we can do in a case like that is that Katie or I can open up your record. We can go directly to your dashboard. We can impersonate you. I can be you and go directly to your dashboard and take a look at what it is that you're doing and see what's showing up. And that way we can make sure that it's recording correctly. If you did a course and it's not showing that you have, we can automatically complete that for you. So that's something else that we can fix back end. I don't know about halfway through though, if you've completed part of it and it sends you back to the beginning. I don't think we can do anything about that, but I think that you should go in and look to see if it did indeed send you all the way back to the beginning. And if it did, I'd like to know that so we can contact GSUSA and see if they can help us with that. Okay, the other thing over here on our dashboard that I wanted to talk about is the achievements. In here is where you will track that workshop that I've already looked at. It shows up in here. We also can track other trainings, outside trainings that you've taken. You can add them in here and I can add them in here. Katie can add them as well by going to the external learning and filling that out. Typically though, you won't have to do that because if you're taking external trainings, that means that you're taking, for example, first aid or outdoor skills, and we will be doing that training. So we will be reporting that information in here for you. On your dashboard at the bottom is the same information, recent achievements. You can see that too, and you can see when you finished it. This calendar is here for when we start scheduling in-person class. We could put the virtual doing as well. Those will show up on here. We've not started to use this system to schedule those yet, but when we do, they'll be here. So if you're looking for a specific training and you want to do it in person, let's say you want to do it on a grade level, but you really want to do it in person, you can look on this calendar to see that. Okay, does anybody have any questions about what they're seeing in here, about how to access what you're looking for?
We do have a question.
Okay.
Tony asked, will these other sessions be available after the update? I only have access to Successful Leader Learning Series and VTK. I've also been assigned the 456 Successful Leader Learning Series for new leaders.
Tony, who asked, is that a new leader that asked the question?
I don't believe so. Yeah, it's her third year.
Okay. So if you've taken the Successful Leader Learning Series here, you don't need to take the 456 Leader Learning Series. They're the same. We just broke it apart differently. And I know that that's really confusing. When we first got this training series, this is the brand new leader training series that really is taking the place of troop management. When we got it, it came as one full piece, and then they allowed us to separate it out, which is what we've done. We haven't changed it over in everybody's records yet. When we have put leaders and other volunteers into this system, and by into the system, meaning we've given you access to it, we place you in what we call teams. For example, in Heart of Michigan, we have teams. We have an all-staff team and an all-volunteer team. We have under the volunteer team, we have leaders, we have trainers, we have new leaders. Under staff, we have all staff, we have member teams. So we break you down by teams, and we assign trainings according to the team that you're on. So some teams might not get the same trainings that other teams get. So if you're hearing someone talking about a specific training that you don't have in yours, it's probably because you're not on that team. If you ever have questions about it, let us know and we'll help you out. Don't know if I answered your question. I hope I did.
Well, Tony asked about the update, and that update, you have access right now to other things like the inclusion training. She should have access. And do you just want to go real quick, Julia, and show again, like it may not be on your dashboard. You may have to look for it because we didn't assign it to everybody, but show them again real quick. Where can they go if they want to look for other stuff?
Right. So what you're going to do when you open this up, you'll see trainings here. Like I said, these are trainings that we want you to take or trainings that you've already looked at but haven't completed. In your library, just like anything, if you're looking for anything to learn, you go to the library and look it up. So that's where you're going to go, and you're going to find additional trainings here. I told you this black bar is going to go away. You'll find the list all together in there. But we're going to look today, just because that's the way it's arranged today, for courses. And there's where you would find that course. There will be plenty others in here as well. I'm going to, because we placed a learning path in here. There's a couple of them. There's our virtual one that I showed you. And this is one that we've created called Handling Money the Girls Say. Currently, there's one course in there, and that's completing the financial report at the end of the year. That was a webinar that Connie did a while back, and that's in here now. We are currently working on another one for Troop Fund. Chris Worm, can you speak up, Chris, and what are you calling that one again? Got her off guard. Anyway, it's one that's being created right now for troops and how to handle their funding issues within their troops. So that will show up in here as well.
And we got an update. Tony did find the other things, so.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
She said it took up a couple of clicks and different tabs. And Chris says that it's called Troop Money Management, the one that's.
Yeah, Troop Money, thank you. That's what, so you'll find that in there. Okay, when you're on your home page, you can sort what you're seeing on your home page. For some reason, mine froze. Okay, you can sort what you're seeing by all the things that are here on your page available. You can sort by those that you're currently working on, which these I'm currently working on. I'm sorry, my screen keeps jumping, and I'm not sure why. You can sort by trainings you haven't started, and you can also bring up trainings that you've completed. If you go in and look at your dashboard and you know you took that training, you know you completed it, just click on completed and it'll pull that up. Cool thing about this is that you've completed it, but if you want to go back and look at it again, you certainly can do that. Anytime you want, you can go back in and look at it again. We can see the system is going to be down tomorrow night for a while. They're working on some updates in there. Okay. We will at some point be able to pull in all of the historical trainings and log them in here too. And we will be, then you'll find trainings that you've taken in the past and you'll find them listed under your achievements. That's a project that we'll work on probably sometime this winter. And that's really all there is to gsLearn. Are there other questions?
Feel free to unmute your microphone if you do have an additional question. right now we are all good in the chat box. I did
Okay.
want to, earlier when we said that you could reach out to me and Julia, I put, I'm Katie, I put both of our email addresses, and you can always reach out to Help Desk. I'm sure you all know how quick and fast they are. And then you can also, I mean, there's so many ways to get a hold of us. So definitely do not hesitate. We don't know if you're having a problem unless you reach out to us. So.
Yep, we've not really found anything in here we can't fix. So one little trick I want to show you, this is a brand new tool and I really like it. If you go in here and watch the tutorials for the volunteer toolkit, which I really, really, really recommend, even if you've been using it for a while, these are very good tutorials. When you get done, if you want to check out the volunteer toolkit again, or if you want to go look at your member profile, this button that's My GS takes you right back to the portal. So you don't have to log all the way out of gsLearn to go back into those two places. And then you're back on our web as well. Okay.
Do we get credit for everyone that we've done? For everyone that we take, do we get credit for that?
Sure, it shows that you've completed it, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. What about for these courses that we've been taking all week? Do we get credit for that or not?
These really haven't been training courses. These are what's in gsLearn are the formal, they're longer training courses, a couple of hours usually. When you take them on your own in here, they don't always take that long, but these are like the ones that we schedule and hold and have trainers do.
Okay.
What we've been doing this week with the kickoff is basically introducing you to a lot of the new things we've been working on and talking to you about a lot of the fun activities that we're doing now, learning about product, learning about new programs, learning about the new badges, just giving you a taste of things that are to come this year.
Okay.
That's what the kickoff is about. Okay.
Some of this stuff I haven't been able to get into. Like it wouldn't let me into the Me Too and You treats and reads. It wouldn't let me into it.
Maybe Brenna could help with that. That's I'm not sure.
So yeah, we have had some learning opportunities as we've put this first ever virtual kickoff together. And so we found out that there were some setting issues with Zoom. So the good news is that after this week, I think we are the Zoom professionals, and that means that we're here to support you all if you have Zoom questions, because we have just about handled it all this week with Zoom. So I apologize about those challenges, but it just means we'll be better next time.
Yeah.
Well, and the great thing that is that you guys have been recording them, so we can all, like, I wasn't able to get in either, and I commented, we're all able to watch them later because they have been recorded, and any questions we have, we can call the help desk and get a hold of you guys for that. So we still have that learning opportunity.
Yep.
Okay.
That's right. That's right. Any other questions? Don't be afraid to go in and wander around and check things out. There's nothing in there that you can mess up.
So we did have a question and I was really slow. Oh, great. Thanks, Sarah. I didn't read the question very well, but they were asking where the recordings of kickoff will be. It will be on our YouTube channel. So I apologize for responding too quick.
Would that be gshom YouTube?
Yep. So if you type in youtube.com/gshom, they'll pop up there. And we will also get a post up on Facebook when those recordings are ready. We're adding them slowly but surely.
Are you going to send out an email to everyone letting them know also?
Potentially we can do that if that's something that people think would be helpful. I know that we've sent out with these sessions getting registered. A lot of you have gotten a lot of emails about it, but if it's something that would be helpful, we definitely can do that.
I think it'd be helpful.
Thank you, Sally. Any other questions, comments, concerns?
I had a question, but I forgot it. Oh my goodness.
Okay, well, we'll wait.
I'm sorry.
I just know that we've been waiting for a long time to be able to say, hey, we can do online trainings now. And I'm just so excited that we can do this.
I remember my question. So this is online training. And I know that in the state of the pandemic, like this is perfect timing and everything. And I know you said that like some of the courses, outdoor cooking and whatnot, will not be able to be online, which makes perfect sense. My question is, what about the ones that used to be in person, but now can be online? Are these always going to be online moving forward? So like the, what is it? The grade level training that used to be in person. I know that it's online now. Will it always be online moving forward?
Sure. So right now, what we're doing is the grade level trainings are being done virtually by Zoom like this. So they're basically the same trainings that we've been doing. We're just doing them in the Zoom format. So it's virtual that way. We are creating online versions of those trainings that will be put on gsLearn that will look different. They'll have mostly the same information, but they'll look a little different. But they will be available online and they'll be available anytime you want them. That's going to be part of the pleasure of this. So those will be, as we complete them, they'll be added into the collection there. So anytime you want to take say you want to take your cadet grade level training, you just pop in there and take it. And it shows us that you've completed it, so we'll always know that you took it. But like I mentioned earlier on, we will always offer in-person trainings for those folks that struggle with technology. We do know we have areas that in our footprint that have technology issues, and some people just don't learn well this way. So doing an in-person training is necessary. We will be able to offer those. We have trainers out there that certainly would be happy to do that, as Katie and I would as well.
I also like to see people's faces from time to time. So it's good to hear that you'll still offer them.
That's me. I'm old school and I'm that reach out and touch somebody. So this is, for me, this is a stretch, but you know, I like to be that in person, in your face, give you a hug when we leave person. That's kind of the way I go.
Well, I definitely like to thank you guys for being nimble and offering both and making it even possible. So thank you very much.
Sure. Our pleasure. Anything else? Katie, we all set?
Yeah, we're all good in the chat box.
Great. Thank you all so much. And if you have any questions or concerns, please don't hesitate to give us